Please join me in welcoming Pennsylvania Secretary of Aging, PCN Kavulich.
Good morning, everyone. It's that time of year that I share this meme with my friends, and it's a famous oil painting of a man dying with his family all around him, and it's titled Man with a Cold. So I apologize today. If I sound a little raspy, I'm working on a cold, but I knew it was important to be here, and City and State and all the sponsors, thank you for this. This is an incredible forum. This is incredibly important that we gather every year and talk about this. Aging is something all of us are doing right now as we sit in this very room. Aging is something that we all have invested so much of our professional careers and lives into making a real infrastructure for older adults all across this Commonwealth with a variety of needs. So it's wonderful to once again spend time with all of you addressing some of the key issues facing all of us as government leaders, as providers, as advocates, as caregivers, striving to serve and care for older adults. As professionals serving older adults, we all see the needs and challenges from our respective roles as the older population continues to grow. With the growing population, strained resources, and challenges too numerous to list, we must work together to serve our wisest neighbors the best way we possibly can. No single system owns this work, but every system is responsible to do this work in partnership. As Secretary of Aging, I have the privilege of working with and for every older Pennsylvanian. We administer the state's Older Americans Act services, which means the only criteria you need to meet is that you're 60 years of age or older. The administration and the department are committed to modernizing our aging system, making the changes necessary to help us serve older Pennsylvanians in the best possible way. To that end, we listen a lot, and we make informed decisions based on what older adults have told us to prioritize. One thing that they have told us to work on, one thing they most wanted us to focus on was caregiving. While all of us have some things in common, there's one universal truth. 2/3 of us will face this truth at some point in our lives, in a way we typically are not prepared for, at a time we don't expect. We will be a caregiver. Caregivers have many faces. They care for spouses, parents, grandchildren, friends, all too often while holding down jobs of their own and raising their own families. Around 60% of the estimated 63 million family caregivers are women, but we start to see other trends now. The sandwich generation caring for their parents and their children is growing. Millennials have surpassed Gen X as the largest group of working caregivers. The fact is that 70% of those who live beyond the age of 65 will need some type of care, which will most likely be provided by an unpaid family member. Today, there are 3.4 million older Pennsylvanians, 1 in 4, and soon to be 1 in 5, or 1 in 3 in 5 short years. We are the 5th oldest state in the nation. We have an estimated 1.5 million unpaid caregivers in Pennsylvania, an estimated $22 billion, a staggering number in unpaid work that is happening in all our neighborhoods, in most of our families, and many of our own homes. We cannot have a conversation about caregivers without acknowledging the incredible work our paid caregivers provide in this Commonwealth. More than 400,000 Pennsylvanians depend on these workers for assistance in their homes. These workers are all too often not well paid. They don't have time off for their own families. They don't have benefits, and yet they continue to be dedicated to caring for older adults and those in the disability community so these neighbors can live among us in the communities that we all love. When Governor Shapiro honored me with asking me to serve in this role, he did so with the belief we needed a plan in Pennsylvania for older adults. He signed an executive order in Scranton, and almost a year to the date after the order, we published Aging Our Way PA with a kickoff event in Montgomery County. This is not just a multi-sector plan, it is a roadmap for the next decade to transform aging services infrastructure and adapt it to the current needs of older adults. This is a living document. It sits at the center of the table. It's not sitting on a shelf in my office. In fact, we have taken plans off of the shelf, like the Direct Care Blueprint from 2019 and the State Plan on Alzheimer's from 2014, and put the relevant parts of those plans to work while we work on updating the rest of the plans with our stakeholders. Aging Our Way PA is more than tactics, themes, and strategies. It is a vision for a better future, centered around the input of over 20,000 older adults, caregivers, and community members. We worked with over 30 state agencies, our 52 area agencies on aging, and partners like everyone in this room to help bring this plan to life. Our plan keeps older adults at the center of every conversation and puts their needs first. They told us that 40% of unpaid caregivers did not know where to turn to when they needed help, that they wanted reliable information from trusted sources, and that they want an easy way to navigate aging services. The Pennsylvania Long-Term Care Council acts as the steering committee for Aging Our Way PA, and it was clear to the administration, the council, and the General Assembly that caregiving needed to be our priority. It is no secret that Governor Shapiro demands that we get stuff done. We take that very seriously at our small and mighty department. I'm surrounded by brilliant professionals who are committed to seeing Aging Our Way come to life through every tactic. In 9 short months, we produced the PA Care Kit, an online guide for caregivers. It is personal, practical, and ready for all kinds of caregivers. It takes a system years to produce products like this, but the PA Care Kit, because we worked directly with caregivers, care receivers, stakeholders, academic partners, we built this responsive platform in 9 months. It's tactic number 128, in case anybody wanted to know. The reality is very few of us who become caregivers will have prepared for it. It comes fast, comes in moments of crisis, and we are looking then for some kind of assistance. The PA Care Kit is now there at any time to help guide you at any point of your caregiving journey. Nathan Lampenfeld worked for the department on this project. His vision was shaped through his own and his family's personal experiences. Nathan, Meredith Hughes, our NAMI fellow, Angie Bixler, our digital director, worked together to build this comprehensive and responsive guide. So what is the PA Care Kit? It's an online resource housed at the Department of Aging's website. It's a compilation of resources, facts, guidance, videos, worksheets, and information. We have incorporated resources from reliable partners like the Alzheimer's Association, AARP, PA Home Care Association, the Jewish Healthcare Foundation, and the Pennsylvania Council on Aging. All of our content is developed free of jargon and technical terms for readability, and it is able to be translated, not perfectly, into almost every language. It has one of my favorite features, a quiz that tailors your experience to help guide you based on your unique needs. If you want to see for yourself, please check out our website and complete the quiz. What you'll get back is a time-stamped response that personalizes your answers and helps guide you through the entire care kit. It will know where you are also in terms of your own well-being as a caregiver. Caregiver well-being is so vitally important. The stress, the emotional energy, the overwhelming responsibility of it all takes a toll on caregivers, both paid and unpaid. It is so important for all of us to recognize this and to do our part to help when and where we can. Sometimes it's just listening, sometimes it's doing the laundry, sometimes it's much more complicated. But what's important is that the person doing the lion's share of the work knows there's support and time for them to breathe. PA Care Kit covers practically every topic: financial planning, end-of-life planning, stress and burnout, grandparents raising grandchildren, dementia and Alzheimer's, and even a guide to help families have hard conversations. The PA Care Kit is a source for paid caregivers as well, and it contains recruiting material and guides for employment opportunities, so we can always be looking to fill the ranks of this workforce with qualified, committed, and safe individuals who are called to do this work. Personal, practical, there when you need it, the PA Care Kit is the gold standard across the country in this space. Right now, as we stand here, since we opened the PA Care Kit, we've had 220,000 page views. We've had 115,000 unique views. The average session is over 8 minutes, and we've done over 5,500 quizzes for individuals. Impressive numbers without launching our formal media campaign yet. Often I talk about our area agencies on aging, our network of 455 senior community centers, and the PA Link, our Aging and Disabilities Resource Center. One interesting thing we learned from listening all across Pennsylvania is that people don't know what's out there to help them. Recently, I was meeting with our partners at the Alzheimer's Association in their Philadelphia office. One of the conversations we were having was, despite the efforts with radio, TV, print news, and all forms of social media, people were not hearing what was out there to help them. People were not hearing what they can access in order to provide care within their home. While we have a robust media campaign paid for PA Care Kit, we aren't taking our chances. Like our partnerships with WVIA and ITF, we are working to reach people in communities who look for information to try to make formal and informed change for the good of their communities and spread information reliably and willingly. Like our friends in public television, we have turned to one of the original sources of information, our partners in the public library system. Our public libraries are safe, accessible, reliable, and wonderful community partners. They share information willingly, open their spaces to us to present in, and most importantly, they help us reach people that may not want to connect through a senior center or a AAA, but need the help all the same. The partnership with the libraries has been a critical component in our efforts to launch Aging Our Way PA and launch the PA Care Kit, and we could not appreciate them more. I know that many people out there still like paper. It's okay, we won't judge you. We will provide you with printed materials. In fact, there are many printable worksheets and materials already in the PA Care Kit you can always access. The department is working with the Department of Education and others to drop ship printed materials to libraries, senior centers, AAAs, as well as making those materials available at district offices of senators and representatives. This is not all that we are doing in the space of caregiving at the Department of Aging. We are working on updates to the Direct Care Worker Blueprint. We are piloting C-Screen in multiple counties to build a better and safer direct care workforce. We are launching new resources for grandparents raising grandchildren, growing an age-friendly community, and standing up a new division on Alzheimer's and dementia-related disorders. We are small, we are focused, and we get stuff done. This work could not be done without a brilliant and dedicated team at the Department of Aging, our area agencies on aging, and incredible partners like all of you who believe and invest in your communities. To all the caregivers that may be with us in the audience, I hope I made it clear to you, we are with you. To all the future caregivers, I hope you know we are there for you. And to anyone who needs care, we will never stop working or fighting for the support and services that you need to live with dignity, grace, and independence. Thank you today for your patience with my cold, and thank you today for listening, and I appreciate you being with you all this morning.